Skip duplicates tells Rollo to ignore repeated instances of the same NPC in your load order, making sure each character is only processed once and preventing unnecessary duplication during the outfit distribution process. Outfits per NPC controls how many different outfits each NPC can receive. Increasing this number gives each character a wider wardrobe to choose from, creating more visual variety and making the world feel more dynamic and less repetitive. Entries per outfit determines how many times each outfit is added into the selection pool for an NPC. Higher values increase the likelihood that a specific outfit will be chosen, effectively weighting the outfit so it appears more often during distribution. Use collections is a leftover setting from an older version of Rollo. It no longer affects anything and can safely be ignored, as the system no longer relies on this toggle. List folder tells Rollo where your NPC list files are stored. This is the location the program reads from when building or reusing your NPC data, so it needs to point to the correct folder for the tool to function properly. Collections folder tells Rollo where your outfit collection files are located. These files define which outfit mods are included in the distribution process, so this folder must contain your collection INIs. Mods directory is one of the most important settings and must be configured the first time you run Rollo. It tells the program exactly where your mod files are installed, allowing it to read your outfits and build your distribution patch correctly. Mod name, patch file, and outfit file are old, unused settings left over from earlier versions of Rollo. They no longer serve any purpose because the system now automatically uses your main INI file name to generate the ESL names. Lookup file name sets the default name for the NPC lookup file that Rollo generates. Changing this value will change the file name of the ESLs created during the lookup process, allowing you to customize how your output files are named. Professions lets you manage every profession that Rollo uses during outfit distribution. This system also allows you to create completely unique professions, which is extremely useful if you want Rollo to handle followers, or if you want specific NPCs to receive outfits that nobody else in the game will ever use. By assigning a unique profession, you can isolate an NPC or a group of NPCs and give them their own exclusive outfit pool. To add a new profession, click Add. You'll be asked for a raw name and a resolved name. The raw name is just for your own reference, while the resolved name is what Rollo uses internally and how the profession will appear inside the generated ESL records. You can edit any profession at any time to fix mistakes or rename entries, and Rollo is fully case insensitive, so capitalization doesn't matter. If you need to remove a profession, just select it and press Delete to clean up unwanted entries. Race that Rollo will recognize during outfit distribution. You can add new races at any time by entering a raw name and a resolved name, just like in the Professions tab. This is especially useful if your mod list includes custom or modded races, because it allows Rollo to treat them correctly and include them in the distribution process. Adding a race is simple. Enter the raw name for your own reference, then enter the resolved name, which is what Rollo will use internally. You can edit any race to fix mistakes, and you can delete entries you no longer need. The holds and subholds section allows you to manage every hold and sub-region that Rollo recognizes. These locations are controlled entirely by their formids, which means Rollo uses the actual in-game identifiers to determine where an NPC belongs. This system is especially important if you want accurate regional outfit distribution or if you use mods that add new towns, villages, or custom world spaces. To add or edit a hold, click the Add button. Rollo will first ask you for the name of the hold, and then it will ask for a form ID. After entering a form ID, the program will ask whether you want to continue adding more formids to that same hold. If you don't need additional formids, just click OK. If you do want to add another one, type anything into the prompt and Rollo will accept the next form ID. Once you're done, it will ask you for a comment, which is simply a note for your own reference. If you make a mistake, you can delete an entry at any time by selecting it and pressing the Delete button. When adding a subhold, the process is similar. Rollo will ask for the subhold name and then the form ID. After that, it will display a list of all the holds you've already configured. Choose the correct parent hold that the subhold belongs to. For example, Riverwood should be assigned to Whiterun Hold. This ensures Rollo knows exactly where each sub-region belongs in the world. Factions allows you to manage every faction that Rollo recognizes, and these entries are used throughout the system for outfit restrictions, lookup filtering, and several other parts of the distribution process. Adding a faction is simple. Click the Add button, enter the faction's name, and then enter the form ID for that faction. You can edit any existing faction at any time if you need to correct a form ID or rename something, and you can delete any faction you no longer want Rollo to track. This gives you full control over which factions the system understands and how they influence outfit distribution. Blacklisted factions lets you control which factions Rollo should completely ignore during outfit distribution. Any faction you add to this list will be excluded from receiving outfits, and NPCs belonging to those factions will be skipped entirely. To add a blacklisted faction, click the Add button. Rollo will ask you for the faction's form ID, and then it will ask for a comment so you can label or describe why that faction is being blacklisted. You can edit either the form ID or the comment at any time if you need to correct something, and if you make a mistake or no longer want a faction on the blacklist, simply highlight the entry and press Delete to remove it. Blacklisted keywords lets you control which keywords Rollo should completely ignore during outfit distribution. Any keyword you add to this list will automatically exclude any NPC who has that keyword from receiving outfits, which is useful for filtering out special NPC types, creatures, summons, or anything you don't want Rollo touching. To add a blacklisted keyword, click the Add button. Rollo will ask for the keyword's form ID, and then it will ask for a comment so you can label or describe why that keyword is being blocked. You can edit the form ID or the comment at any time if you need to correct something. And if you make a mistake or no longer want a keyword on the blacklist, just highlight the entry and press Delete to remove it. Blacklist races tells Rollo which races you want Rollo to skip during processing, so any actor that has that race will be skipped during processing. To add a blacklisted race, simply click the Add button and then it will ask you for the race name. If you make a mistake, simply edit the name or delete the entry. Profession Override is one of the most useful features in Rollo because it lets you manually correct or change an NPC's profession when the automatic detection isn't accurate, or when you want that NPC to receive a completely different style of outfits. This is especially helpful if you want to give followers a unique clothing set, or if you want certain characters to stand out with outfits that nobody else in the game will ever use. To add an override, you'll need the NPC's EDID, which you can easily find by running the NPC lookup tool included with Rollo. The lookup file is saved inside the Rollo directory under NPC lookup, and there's also an automated Excel tool that organizes the lookup results into clean, readable sheets. Once you have the EDID, enter it into the override window, and Rollo will display a list of all the professions you've configured. Just select the profession you want that NPC to use. If you choose the wrong profession, you can click Edit to change it. And if you enter the wrong EDID entirely, simply highlight the entry and press Delete to remove it. Outfit restrictions let you control exactly which NPCs are allowed to use specific collections or even individual outfits. This feature is one of the biggest things that sets Rollo apart from most other outfit distribution systems, because it allows you to create highly customized regional or faction-based clothing rules. With restrictions, you can make each town have its own unique style, or give certain factions exclusive outfits that nobody else in the game will ever wear. To add a restriction rule, press the Add button. Rollo will first ask you which collection file you want to apply restrictions to. After selecting the collection, it will ask you to choose the specific outfits from that file that you want to restrict. Once you've selected the outfits, Rollo will open the restrictions window, which is automatically populated with all of your configured factions, holds, and subholds. You can select as many of these as you want. Any faction, hold, or subhold you choose will be blocked from using the outfits you selected, ensuring those NPCs never receive those items during distribution. Export ARMA allows you to select which mods you want to export all the ARMA records as CSV. This is useful when generating a collections file, as it is faster to put the outfits together in the CSV file and then use the Create Collections tab. Create Collections allows you to generate a collections from a CSV file. To begin, first select the CSV file you wish to generate the collection ESL files, for these are located in the Rollo directory and the import subdirectory. It will then go through the file, making the ESL and adding the armor pieces to each correct record entry. When it is done, you will need to reconfigure INIs. Merge allows you to merge multiple collection ESL or ESP files into one, which would save a lot of space. If you run this, you will need to rerun ROLLO or SPID ROLLO, as all the form ID will have changed. Simply select the plugins you wish to merge together and then enter the new file name for the file, and the system will merge everything for you. Statistics gives you a detailed breakdown of every outfit contained in your loaded collections. Rollo organizes the information by separating outfits into male, female, and unisex categories, so you can clearly see how your collections are balanced. It also provides a per plugin breakdown showing exactly which outfit plugins contribute which items. This makes it easy to understand the overall variety in your setup and helps you identify which mods supply the most content. Reconfigure INI is used to fix any missing or corrupted collection INI files that are required for Rollo. Warning: everything in the collections folder will be deleted. Rollo, SBID Rollo, and NPC lookup all run on the same underlying system, but each one performs a different part of the workflow. Rollo is the full version that performs record injection and generates a complete NPC patch. It reads your collections, your restrictions, your professions, your races, your holds, your subholds, and your factions, and then it injects the outfit records directly into a plugin. This gives you a fully patched, plugin-based distribution system that works without SBID. SBID Rollo uses the same logic and the same settings, but instead of creating a plugin, it only generates the outfit file and the SBID distribution file needed for SPID-based outfit assignment. NPC lookup is the simplest of the three. It doesn't generate outfits at all. It only creates the lookup file, which lists every NPC in your load order along with their race, gender, faction, hold, subhold, and profession assignments. This lookup file is what you use to verify your filters, check for mistakes, or prepare overrides. All three tools share the same configuration system. That means the professions you define, the races you add, the holds and subholds you configure, and the factions you manage are all used consistently across every tool. When you open the NPC lookup screen, you'll see all of these settings reflected in the filter options. You can leave the all box checked to include everything, or you can uncheck it and choose exactly which professions, races, holds, subholds, and factions you want to include in the lookup. Any NPC that doesn't match the filters you selected will be excluded from the results. You can also filter by gender, age category, and whether the NPC is a follower. This gives you extremely fine control over which NPCs appear in the lookup file. The lookup system works by scanning your load order and matching each NPC against the rules you've configured. It checks their race, their faction memberships, their location data, and any keywords they have. It then compares that information to your settings and determines whether the NPC should be included or filtered out. This is the same logic Rollo uses when generating outfits, which is why the lookup tool is so important. It lets you preview exactly how the system sees your NPCs before you generate a patch. The output file from NPC lookup is always an INI file, and the file name you choose becomes the base name for the ESL files that Rollo generates. This means the lookup file name isn't just a label, it directly controls the naming of your output plugins. By setting the lookup file name first, you're effectively naming the entire output chain for Rollo, SBID Rollo, and any future patches you generate. Together, these tools form a complete workflow. NPC Lookup lets you inspect and filter your NPCs. Rollo uses that information to build a full plugin with injected records. SBID Rollo uses the same data to generate SPID-based outfit distribution. And because they all share the same settings, you only have to configure your professions, races, holds, subholds, and factions once. After that, every tool in the system works from the same rules, giving you consistent, predictable results across your entire mod list.